The long-awaited, much-anticipated unification at 147 pounds welterweight division just got even bigger and better. Yes, Eimantas Stanionis versus JARON Ennis for the WBA and IBF belt respectively. They just added another thing to the mix. The Ring magazine will crown their king.
Is this your king? Huh? Is this your king?
If I tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. But if I tell you I'm no good, you know one line.
Yo, what's good, Boxing Talk family? It's your boy, Dr. Boxing Talk, back for another YouTube video. Banger, man. Yes, sir. Yes, man. I don't know what time it is. The doctor's in the house, man. So check this out. Yes, JARON Ennis versus Eimantas Stanionis, you know, for JARON Ennis IBF title and Stanionis's WBA title will go down in Atlantic City on April 12th. But the stakes just got even higher, baby. You know, they just officially announced that the Ring magazine belt will be on the line as well. Those of you that pay attention to this channel, we talked about this before in the live shows, but I'm gonna talk about it again because I think it's very important. You know, a lot of people don't know that some of the Ring magazine championships at certain divisions are vacant, you know, but now we're about to fill that void at welterweight division after this showdown. So not only will somebody between Ennis and Stanionis be unified and be widely considered the best, you know, somebody out of the four champions at welterweight currently between Boots, Stanionis, Barrios, and Norman will definitively put themselves ahead of the rest and be claimed as the Ring magazine king, man. Ow! And I think that's dope because, you know, we need to do some sorting out, man. We have too many champions in these divisions that are not unified. You know, I think unifications are always great. They are extremely underrated in my opinion, and that just brings you one step closer to dominating division. And how do you dominate the division? By claiming undisputed, you know what I'm saying? So now with the Ring magazine, the reason why it's at stake here is because the definitive #1 ranked champion and the definitive #2 ranked champion, JARON Ennis and Stanionis respectively, when they compete, that determines who gets the Ring magazine belt. Now I have a little gripe, right? You can't go through a video without me telling you my little criticisms and my critiques, you know? Yeah. So first off, you know, in the welterweight division, we have JARON Ennis as #1. We have Stanionis as #2. We have Barrios is #3, but then #4? Excuse me? David Avanesian?
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that? No damn well who I am. Who the fuck is that?
Now, no disrespect to David Avanesian. He's a good fighter. His resume is dope, you know? But how's he ahead of Brian Norman Jr.? He's a champion. Now, I understand that the Ring magazine, their criteria is not just predicated off of who's a champion. You know, they also factor in all your difficulty of schedule, your performance, your opposition. But David Avanesian, man, you know, he has 5 L's. His most 2 recent L's was, you know, one to JARON Ennis and the other one to Terrence Bud Crawford. You know, no shame in losing to those guys. But his last best win was against Sugar Shane Mosley probably a while ago. No. A couple years ago, he did beat Josh Kelly, who we just saw beat Ishmael Davis in the UK. You know, he did beat Josh Kelly. That was a good win. Bullshit! But other than that, man, recently he hasn't really looked the best. You know, he did come back and beat a guy in the first round, you know, but a lot of people aren't really familiar with him. You know, he did have a nice win. But Brian Norman, you got to remember, he was an underdog that went to Giovanni Santillan's backyard of San Diego and conquered him and took that belt, you know. So I think it's kind of disrespectful to not have him as #4, but it doesn't stop there. Let's go to the 135-pound division. #1, we have Gervonta Tank Davis. Yeah. No shocker there. You know, #2, we have Lomachenko. No shocker there. #3, we have Shakur Stevenson. No shocker there. But here, #4, we have William Zepeda. And #5, we have Keyshawn Davis. And #6, we have the guy that Keyshawn Davis is going to challenge for his belt, Denise Berenchik. What? Like I said, I'm not saying that belts are everything. It's not the end all be all, but it means a lot, especially when you're an up and coming fighter like Keyshawn Davis. It's going to boost your marketability and your profile and put your name out there to establish who you are. When you put a champion behind a guy in Zepeda who doesn't want to use his mandatory status to challenge for a belt, and you put him behind a guy that's challenging for your belt, that severely waters down the significance of a champion. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of disrespectful at 135 as well. With Denise Baranchik, in my opinion, he should at least be number 4.
Yeah.
You know, same with the welterweight division. I think Brian Norman Jr. should at least be number 4. But that's just my opinion on that. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that in the comments. But most importantly, with this video, I want you to take away from this that we will finally get a Ring Magazine champion at 147-pound division, whether it's the young bull JARON Boots Ennis or the young bull Eimantas Stanionis. So we're gonna have either American Ring Magazine champion or Lithuanian Ring Magazine champion. And I think that's great because a victory here will boost both of their profiles. I think JARON Boots Ennis, I'm leaning towards JARON Boots Ennis to win, but I think a lot of people, I think overwhelmingly people are leaning towards Boots, but I think a lot of people are counting out Stanionis. I'm not sleeping on Stanionis. Stanionis has a good chance to win. He's a very tough, formidable fighter, durable fighter, and he has some power too. So I'm not overlooking him, but I would lean towards Boots if I had to put my money on it personally. But I think it's going to be a very good fight, and don't be surprised if Stanionis, you know what I'm talking about, gets a little busy, you know, during that time. So I appreciate y'all rocking with me as always. Let me know who you have in the comments, whether you have Boots or Stanionis, and what do you think about the Ring Magazine rankings? Are they looking a little shaky, baby, or are you pretty cool with them? Let me know, man. Don't forget to smack that like button, but most importantly, remember, with God, we can do anything. Without God, we're nothing. The doctor's out. Peace. From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.